Quadratic equation, parabolas and other graphs, exam practice, question 27. So we are going to be graphing the function negative 6x squared minus 4x minus 5. So the first thing with me graphing this is I am going to think about my y-intercept. That's the easiest. Y-intercept is always c. So my c is negative 5. So when x is 0, y is negative 5. So right here. Sorry. 2, 4, negative 5. Okay, so then I look at the next part, and that is looking at my x-intercepts. To find that out, I can factorize, or I can use the quadratic formula. To see if I've got any whole numbers, I'll do it through factorizing first. So that means I need to go a times c, which is negative 6 times negative 5, which is positive 30. So now I need to think about what times together to equal 30. Well, I've got 2 and 15. I've got 3 and 10. And I've got 5 and 6. And because I can see that I can't get two numbers to add up to b, the next step that I need to take is not factorize, but use the quadratic formula. And that is using negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. So this might mean, most likely means I've got a third. And I am going to divide by 2a. Now I just need to substitute into my equation. So b is negative 4. So if I say I've got a negative 4, that means I just have a 4. b is negative 4, so negative 4 squared is 16. And then I go to the next part. Negative 4 times a, which is negative 6. And I'm timesing c, which is negative 5. Now that equals negative 120. Now straight away I'm going to stop because I know 16 take away 120 is a negative square root, which means there is no x-intercepts. And we can also see that through seeing that we've also got a negative here, which shows me that we are having a max. So the next thing I need to think about is the turning point. Because I know I've got a y-intercept of negative 5. I've got no x-intercepts. And I know we've got a max. So, first thing I think about when I am doing my vertex or my max or min point is I need to complete the square. So in this case here, first thing I'm going to think about is get rid of the 6 and factor it out. So if I factor the negative 6 out, that leaves me with x squared and negative 4x divided by negative 6. So now I've written it like this, but we know if I've got negative 4 and I'm dividing by negative 6, it's a positive, and 4 divided by 6 is 2 over 3. So it actually is positive 2/3. Again, I'm going to leave a space and put negative 5 over here. Now the next thing I want us to think about is I want us to look at completing the square, which means I need to look at what is half of BA. Half of BA is 2/3 divided by 2, which is 2 over 6. So I need to add 2 over 6 squared, and I am taking 2 over 6 squared. Now I'm keeping in that form purely because we know when we factorize, our number is the two numbers that times together to equal c and add up together to equal 2/3. And I know that is 2/6. So I can rewrite my equation as 2x is equal to -6 x plus 2/6. I can simplify that to 1/3 to make it easier. So plus 1/3 squared. Now I'm left with minus 1/3 squared. And that is all in this big bracket here. And then minus 5 on the outside. I know 1/3 squared is 1 squared divided by 3 squared. So I'll fix that up. 1 squared is 1. 3 squared is 9. So that is actually 1/9. Now, the next step, I'll clear some space. The next step is I would like to expand these brackets a bit. So that gives me the function of x is equal to, I'm timesing -6 with the brackets, but it's me just putting it in front of it. So I can get rid of the big brackets. And the 6 also needs to times with -1/9. So a negative and a negative is a positive, so it becomes positive 6/9. Now we know 6/9 is 2/3. So now I'm getting plus 2/3 minus 5. If I've got 2/3 and I am minusing 5, that gives me -4 1/3. So because I've got it in this form, that gives me my vertex. So my vertex, my x for my turning point, must be when x is 1/3, -1/3, so right here. And y must be 4 1/3. So 2, 4 1/3, right here. So now we've got that, we are able to do our graph. Just going to use those points I've got, but I know my graph is going to come down this way. I've got my turning point and I've got my y-intercept.